Hello, hello, hi, geekpreneur. What is happening? What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi, and I'm somebody who went from corporate America to an online geekpreneur. And I didn't do it because I wanted to. It was not my dream. I I got redirected into this space, excuse me, by having my pancreas shut down on me and left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. And that really stung. So here we are. Now I help folks like you, like me, to start a side business, a side gig online, and we use social media to grow it. If you have been looking for an additional source of income and you're not wanting to get another job on top of what you got, you like it to be flexible, then go to sidegigshawn.com and I'll reach out. We'll have the conversation and let's see what's up. We are live on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. So, anyway, you can follow me with all platforms. Let's go. Have you ever, like, back in the day? Oh, thank you, Kelly. Um, Back in the day when I was in the mortgage industry, we used to have this saying, fast cash, fast crash. I don't know if you've ever heard of that or not, but that was kind of actually drop a one in the comments if you've ever heard that before. I'm curious. So, fast cash, fast crash. And that has proven to be true in so many different ways. Sam, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'll be sure to follow back. Um, and that has been, it has proven itself over and over again. And like, for example, we just had, I don't know if you know this, but we just had a 1.8 billion dollar Powerball. One person won in Arkansas. Can you imagine? They won 1.8 billion. Now, that is certainly way more than what they have already. And I don't know who they are, but I'm pretty sure it's more than 1.8 billion is definitely more than what they got, right? So that is crazy, right? Which is awesome. Now, yes, good for them, right? Um, but what taxes? Yeah, they actually, I think the lump sum is, what is it, 540, 500 million. That is sweet. But so studies and research have shown that 3 out of 4 people who won the lotto, they go broke within 5 years. Now that really stings, that stats, right? So 3 out of 4. And the reason why, it's because when you, like Jim Rome used to say, if you haven't become that person, then that huge amount is just going to shock you, and you wouldn't know what to do with it. Of course, 1.8 is a whole lot, 500 million is a whole lot. I don't think you could waste that. I would be, I don't know how you could waste that, but you won 5 numbers once. How much did you win? Kelly, badass. That's why your name is, it is what it is. Let's go. Kelly, badass. What? How much did you win? I um I haven't won anything, and probably has a lot to do with the fact that I don't play. That's funny. My mom always says, "Please just buy one. It's beginner's luck." And I go, I just Maybe in my whole entire life, I've probably maybe, I don't know, maybe four times I've bought, maybe five, but I don't know, I just don't buy a lot of those. But that's a whole lot of, right? But it's because when you're not that person, then all that is just going to feel just, what to do with this. I'll give you an example. They did a study on this. They had a jar, right, full of food, and they have a mouse find its way to the jar, finds its way to the jar, climbs up the jar, gets on top, and led to lead, right? It's food, and the mouse is so excited. Oh my goodness, all this food, and starts to eat at the food little by little by little. And as you know it, it's kind of dropping just a tad, right? So as the mouse is eating away, he's just excited about all the food he just got, and he doesn't have to work to collect food or to eat. So he's not thinking about working. He's thinking about, man, I'm just in heaven right now. I'm just going to be eating, right? So this mouse eats, 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 eats until there's no more food because he's at the bottom of the jar. But now, after a little bit that passes, kind of gets hungry, no food around. Samir, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Namaste, namaste. All the way from India. Man, I miss you. Good to see you, brother. So the mouse is at the bottom of the jar and kind of gets hungry, looks, for food, kind of starts to lick the floor and the glass, but that kind of runs out too, and now wants to work to get some food to feed itself. But now that mouse is dependent on somebody else. Somebody else decides when this mouse eats, how much they eat, and what kind of food they eat. See, when that, all that, thank you for all the love. I appreciate you. So, all that stuff that came in first, all that food, all the blessing, all this just boom, right there, made them lazy and not make them think about, hey, this may run out. This may be a trap. Sometimes when we come to a big, massive success at once. I know I've been there, right? I had pretty decent place in the mortgage industry, and was able to get a brand new house and this and this and this, and then I lost it all, right? Sometimes all that, it's yeah, it may kind of sting. It may be a trap. It may get you at the bottom of the jar, but now you got to work extra hard, extra hard to get out of rock bottom, if you would, and be careful the next time, right? So sometimes when we get the blessing all in a lump sum without any work, we don't really appreciate it, and we don't really know how to handle it and what to do with it. So the growth is part of the journey. At the same time, you got to be careful what you fall for and what you fall into, right? So growth is part of the journey. If you try to cut corners and and say, oh, I kind of want to do it without the growth, that's the stats that we get. 3 out of 4 who win the lotto end up broke in 5 years. So keep that in mind, right? So growth is part of the journey. Sometimes, man, you got to hit rock bottom in order to come back up. But when you are blessed, don't forget. People say that once in a while you hear this. Don't forget where you came from, but really attach some emotions in with that, right? Really don't forget how and where you had to come back up from or come from, right? So that you always have that to refer back to keep you sharp and moving, right? So, with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. If you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people. Let's go. And if you are not following me, well, you can. I actually recommend on multiple channels: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. And I go with Side Gig Sean. With that, I am Sean Zimi. I'm somebody who went from corporate America to an online gigpreneur, and that was not by choice. My pancreas shut down, left me unemployable, nothing to fall back on at the bottom of the jar. And so I got redirected to this whole online space. And now I help folks like you, like me, to start a side business, a side gig online. And we use social media to grow it. If you like that idea, if you want to make some extra money, you want to add to what you got, you like the idea of it being flexible, then go to sidegigshawn.com, answer a couple of questions. I'll reach out, we'll have that conversation, and we'll take it from there. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.